Alrighty, Padres pregame thoughts. Padres and the Cubs. The series opener, a brief homestand for the Padres, 3 games before they head off to Los Angeles to face off against the Dodgers, the first Padre-Dodger matchup in America this season. So that's going to be exciting. But for this series, Darvish on the mound today. So if the Padres lose this game, that will be very disappointing. The Cubs, they have Javier Assad on the other side of things. Padres don't really have any experience against him, so I have no idea what to expect here in this game. I'm not going to act like I watch a bunch of Assad outings. But with Darvish, what I do know from him, obviously, is that he's off to a good start, a pretty darn good start this season. If you look at the game logs, last couple of outings, definitely 5 innings, 1 earned run on the 28th against the Giants, and then April 2nd against the Cardinals. 7 innings, quality start. Sure, he gave up 3 earned runs. I believe he gave up that home run to Wilson Contreras. But all in all, quality outings. That's what we want from Darvish. My Underdog Fantasy pick today involves Yu Darvish, actually, and Jackson Merrill. Lower on half first inning runs allowed for Darvish, and then Merrill higher half total bases. And the total bases, for those that don't know, that's not like, oh, he walks, so that counts. It's how many total bases on a hit. So like a double, that's 2 total bases. Home run is 4, triple is 3, single is 1. So essentially, do I think he's going to get a hit today? And so I think the answer is yes. And so that's what I picked there. And then I also did Cody Bellinger, half first inning hits lower. I think that's, even if like Cody Bellinger is going to get a hit in this game, he could get it not in the first inning. So I like that pick. The Cubs, by the way, have not put their lineup out yet, at least here on MLB.com. So I cannot tell you where Bellinger is hitting in the lineup, but he's obviously one of the main key guys in this Cubs lineup with Dansby Swanson. So keeping an eye on those guys, obviously, is going to be key. How is Darvish going to be approaching those guys? And I thought it was interesting. Kevin Acee, he put something in his Padres Daily. I think it was, or maybe that, no, I don't think it was Padres Daily. I think it was Padres Notes that he had the other day about how Darvish in his last outing changed how he was gripping, I believe, a splitter in the middle of his outing, and it ended up working. And so he's going to continue using that split grip. So we'll see if he ends up using that pitch. He obviously has 11 pitches that he can go to, or that he uses, I think at least 5% of the time is his arsenal there. So it's impressive watching Yu Darvish pitch, and I'm definitely hoping that he can continue that tonight. As for the Padres lineup, Bogart's leading off, Tatis, Cronenworth, Manny. So same top 4 there. Then Profar, Kim is hitting 6th instead of 5th. So they move Profar. Like Schilt can say, "Hey, I changed the lineup," but I don't think he changed the lineup in some ways that some Padres fans want. I think some Padres fans are ready to see Jackson Merrill not be hitting 8th or 9th when the Padres start off 5 and 7. I think they're ready to see Jackson Merrill hit leadoff, see what he's going to do there, because they look at Bogarts and who's producing more, Merrill with an 866 OPS or Xander Bogarts with a 591 OPS. I think we all know the answer. Like, that's obvious. I get not moving Manny, and if you're going to move Bogarts, it's not like you're going to put him 7th. I understand that, but maybe shuffling it around. And really what Schilt did here was he shuffled it a little bit in like the bottom half of the order. I just don't know how much of a difference that is going to make. Now, you could say, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, Ben, if you shuffle the order and put Merrill lead off, because there's other guys that are going to have to come through anyway. But I just like the thought of giving Jackson Merrill as many at-bats as possible when he is playing well. Like, I'm trying to win games here as a fan. So I don't think I'm on an island there, but like Jim Russell, for example, he was on the show today, so I encourage you to check that out. And he wanted Merrill to stay down there and just have him get comfortable, see him struggle and see what's going to happen. Don't put too much pressure, because once you put him in that leadoff spot, then it's like, okay, we're expecting a lot out of Jackson Merrill. Don't do that, when he's however many at-bats, 30 plus at-bats in. Do it when there's more of a sample size. And I understand that argument as well. I'd rather actually have Merrill 9th over 8th. If he's going to be all the way down there at the bottom of the order, why have Wade be ninth? Why not have Merrill hit right before Bogarts? Because let's say Wade, Kim Campy get out in an inning or something like that, or Profar gets out, Kim on base, Camposano out, let's say. And Wade is up with 2 outs in an inning, and he can be the final out of an inning. And then you have Merrill hitting ninth, Merrill Bogarts Tatis. That looks much better to me, at least, than Wade Bogarts Tatis, in due up in that next inning. Maybe that's just me, but that's what I got. Pregame thoughts. The bullpen, it's in a good spot. Pitch count wise, it's shaky right now. Still trying to find out roles, high leverage guys. We know about Robert Torres. We think that Cosgrove's going to be relied upon. We think Matsui's going to be relied upon. I hope Peralta can be more consistent. I hope a lot of guys here can be more consistent. But this is kind of what April is for a little bit, right? Like seeing who you can trust and finding some roles for guys, and then you get really into the season. All these games matter, obviously, but I think that there's still some figuring out amongst the Padres coaching staff and the front office, seeing which combinations work the best.